right, y'all. Shit's getting real. Shit's getting real, ladies and gentlemen. Real. We got to take a look at updates. I told you about Milton way before a lot of people did. I did a video yesterday on Milton and told you to watch out for this. This was going to be the next big one, and lo and behold, this is where we are. But you know, it's so crazy because I've been watching some other stuff regarding Helen, and I got some videos to show you after we take a look at this update on Hurricane Milton, which is now a hurricane. Became a hurricane earlier today around 2 p.m. I think Eastern Standard, or a little bit earlier than that. Mayor DeSantis came out with another briefing at around I think 3 p.m. Eastern Standard today, giving us the official Milton is a hurricane notification. So let's take a look at what's going on with Milton right now. I'm hearing now Category 4 at shore. That's going to be landing probably Wednesday. At first, they thought it was going to be a Cat 3, but let's take a listen.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Tony Manoff. We've got the brand new 8 o'clock intermediate advisory now. Winds are still at 85. The movement is east at 7, but the pressure continues to come down now. 983 down to 981 millibars. You can see the storm now getting better and better organized, and it is going to grow in size now as it moves off towards the east, northeast. Once it pulls away from the Yucatan Peninsula, you can see the strength of this storm. Very powerful Category 4 hurricane. Once it starts to make that turn towards the north here, as we get you on into the Wednesday time frame, what's going to happen is upper level winds are going to get a little bit stronger, and that should begin a weakening trend. However, this is still going to be a major hurricane now at landfall along the west coast here as we get you into Wednesday afternoon. Now, the computer models are in decent agreement. They're all within the cone. The southern tracks, though, would come ashore sometime early afternoon on Wednesday. Then we've got a camp that's coming up the I-4 corridor coming in around 5, and then the American GFS model comes ashore but up north a little bit later and then exits a little bit later as we get you into the day on Thursday. So it's looking more and more.
Now, this video was put out 2 hours ago. I just saw one that stated that it is now looking to be a Cat 4 at landshore. So let me find that one real quick for you and play it.
Tomorrow afternoon, and then as we go into tomorrow evening and eventually into Tuesday morning, this will eventually make a run at Category 4 status. There is a chance somewhere just north of the Yucatan Peninsula that this does become a Category 5 hurricane. It's not a guarantee, but at this rate, it is a very small hurricane, and small hurricanes have a notorious for basically really strengthening very quickly. So this particular hurricane could do that and could become a Category 5 hurricane. But the good news about this is that it is going to eventually weaken as it gets.
So Category 5, but they say it's going to drop off very quickly right before it gets to the shore. I hope so. I truly do hope so. I hope it reduces fast enough, because I'm hearing that it's going to hit Cat 5 not too far off of shore, but it will run into some resistance that will slow it down and weaken the hurricane at that point right before shore. So we're hoping that it goes from Cat 5 down to 3 right before shore. I'm just hoping that you guys stay safe out there and get out the way. Just go ahead and evacuate. I think there have officially been evacuation proceedings all up and down the west coast of Florida. So make sure you guys take care. I know I got a couple subscribers that are in the Tampa area. My thoughts are going out to you guys for sure. But I gotta show you this. This is mind blowing. So I'm hearing now, and I just heard about this earlier today because I was watching some stuff about Starlink, and Trump spearheaded having Elon even bring Starlink pods down there to North Carolina because there was no access to any outside communications without internet. So he brought in 300 Starlinks, all because of Trump. Shout out to Trump being a leader when he isn't even supposed to be a leader. It's crazy. He gets down there to Florida 3 days before Kamala or Biden even. I don't even think Biden went down there. I'm not sure, but Kamala took 3 more days after Trump to get down there. Ridiculous. And she had a Hermes belt on. I mean, come on now. Talk about out of touch. She had a $800 Hermes belt on, but could only give us $750 from FEMA, which, by the way, I'm going to show you some information I'm hearing now. The $750, guys, you won't believe this. The $750 that they're giving people, it is a loan. It's a loan. It's a freaking loan. All right, let's first take a look at what this lady is saying here on Hannity.
And Samaritan's Purse. Thank God. I donated to them this week myself. If you want to go to SamaritansPurse.org, they need your help. And thank God for Donald Trump. He actually got on the ground long before Kamala and Joe, and then saw the devastation, got on the phone with his friend Elon Musk, and Elon Musk, sent in Starlink to establish communications where there was none at all whatsoever. There would be zero help. People would be dying without communications. And according to numerous reports on the ground, the administration has been so painfully slow, they're not even there now. And leaving Americans to suffer and fend for themselves in communities now without roads, bridges, power, food, clean water. You can't make it up. It's so bad. Take a look.
We've seen our friends and neighbors lose their homes. We've seen classrooms of children who no longer have their homes. We are hunting for teachers. We have 23 teachers out of our list that we haven't been able to find. I've been a teacher in Black Mountain for 25 years. I've been a resident there for 48. And we've never experienced anything like this.
Is there anything you'd love to make sure that they know, both President Biden and Kamala Harris, as they head to that region today?
We need so much help. We don't want to be forgotten. Our communities all hold hands with each other. Black Mountain and Swannanoa's children go to school together. We're not separate.
A week late and billions of dollars short. This is Kamala Harris, border czar. This is her Katrina. In many areas across the Southeast, communications have been totally down. No cell service, no internet, no phones. Last year, let's follow the bouncing balls.
Thank God you got Elon coming to the rescue. By the way, I didn't even know this, but the Biden-Harris administration actually blocked Elon from doing the Starlinks initially because they didn't want to pay with taxpayer dollars. They didn't want to pay him. I'm not even going to go through the spiel of who you should be voting for, why you should be voting, and all of that. But good God almighty, man.
Shall we? The same Biden-Harris administration rescinded a Starlink contract, that's Elon Musk's company, even when Elon was the low bidder. By the way, the same Elon that's going to go save the astronauts that are lost in space thanks to Kamala leading up that agency.
This guy was the lowest bidder, and they still blocked him. They would have
been able to connect nearly 700,000 homes to the internet in these exact rural areas like Appalachia. They clearly revoked the deal with Elon Musk for political reasons. So now Musk gets a call from Trump, is working, and to his credit, he's been able to rush Starlink terminals to the region and provide internet service for free.
On that.
I talked to Billy Graham's, Franklin Graham's guy today, Samaritan's Purse today.
They got 300 through, but guess what? After those 300, they start blocking Starlink. That's right. FEMA began blocking and confiscating Starlink devices from Elon and his engineers. I mean, this is treasonous. This is literally treasonous.
They actually told us what they were doing back in 2022. Watch this. It's absolutely outrageous. Listen.
They're guilty. They're guilty, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the internet. Thank you for receipts. You can't get away. The internet never sleeps. Internet always got receipts. Check this one out, because this is Jean-Pierre talking about what they're doing with the FEMA money. This is 2 years ago. Oh, we're doing this with the FEMA money to help migrants, and we're taking money from the fund to. So we know now for sure that they took money, and this is back in 2022. They took money that was allocated for events like this and redistributed it to migrants. What a damn shame, ladies and gentlemen. What a damn shame.
FEMA regional administrators have been meeting with city officials on site to coordinate available federal support from FEMA and other federal agencies. Funding is also available through FEMA's emergency food and shelter program to eligible local governments and non-for-profit organizations upon request to support humanitarian relief for migrants. We'll continue to do what we can as a federal government to support these cities as we rebuild our asylum processing system after it was gutted by the Trump administration.
You wonder why.
Yeah, there you go. Busted and busted again, Tulsi. She just told us what she was doing in 2022. They've actually cleaned out the money because they gave it to illegals. Is this incompetence or do they just not care?
You know, we can't say that this incompetence, because incompetence implies that you do care and you've made your best effort, but you have failed. they have made very clear their priorities all along. And unfortunately, it's the American people and our fellow Americans who are in the most dire need in this moment of disaster who are feeling the consequences of that. They've created these open borders. They've provided our taxpayer dollars. You've seen how people are saying, yeah, you know, I get up to 2 years of free rent. They're giving me money for food and they're giving me money to support the family, coming from illegal immigrants who are saying this. That's coming from this Harris-Biden administration.
All right, so that's, I got one more video that really, this is coming from, and I've never seen this guy's channel. He's got 1.7 million subscribers, Taming Wall Street. He's breaking it down. It's insane what we're seeing going on here, ladies and gentlemen, on the ground in North Carolina. And he basically is breaking down the whole situation with Starlink and FEMA confiscating and blocking aid. This is not the only report. We got something from a lady on TikTok that's saying the same thing. There are numerous reports of this. This is not just one-offs, tinfoil hat, Alex Jones type situations here. There are numerous reports of people saying that FEMA is blocking aid, blocking helicopters, threatening to arrest people. What the fuck is going on in this country, ladies and gentlemen? What is really going on?
Keep this brief, but there are some major cover-up stories breaking in the news that I wanted to bring to your attention. The first one is, according to Starlink CEO Elon Musk, his people that are boots on the ground are being told that all aid is being blocked to certain sections of North Carolina. People were given $750. Now they're saying that that money is a loan and many people are being denied. Now, this comes after former President Donald Trump made special arrangements with Elon Musk to provide this satellite and cell phone communication to the state of North Carolina, something that Kamala Harris and Joe Biden had actually canceled because they didn't want to spend taxpayer money on this emergency communication equipment. Now, Elon Musk posted this over on Twitter. One of my SpaceX engineers on the ground in North Carolina is reporting that FEMA is blocking and seizing shipments of aid, including Starlink receivers. The engineer reports that all Starlink shipments are on hold until they can get an escort from local first responders to protect them from the FEMA enforcers. Why is FEMA blocking aid shipments? Why is FEMA blocking delivery of Starlink receivers? This is insane, says Elon Musk. So now billionaire Elon Musk of Tesla and SpaceX and also Twitter, he has generously donated Starlink equipment. And these guys are saying they have to find the local sheriff in order to give them guarded protection to get the equipment into North Carolina because FEMA and the federal government are being ordered to block aid and also this Starlink equipment. Now, let me know over in the comments, do you think that this is because Kamala Harris spent $47 billion on internet and nobody has internet? That the White House is embarrassed? That they are treating this as if it's not the biggest hurricane disaster since Hurricane Katrina? And now because former President Donald Trump got more done in a day than they've gotten done in a week, they're actually blocking this help. They are blocking this aid. Please let me know in the comments down below. Now, according to Kamala Harris and President Joe Biden, the White House, the Pentagon, and also Department of Homeland Security, Alejandro Mayorkas, the federal government is out of money. They have no money from FEMA to be able to help with the rest of hurricane season.
Yeah, buddy. This is what we're dealing with, ladies and gents. This is what we're dealing with, and mind-blowing. Can't believe this is happening. Let me know your feedback and comments on what you saw just now. I'm going to keep, updating you guys on this whole Hurricane Milton and the fallout from Helene. This is a bad day here in America. I think it's so far gone that even getting Trump in won't fix it, because 4 years won't fix this mess. This is some deep-rooted, deep state, globalist takeover shit that's going on here in America, and we need to really get it turned around quickly before it's too late. If they're doing this to Americans in rural areas in North Carolina, what do you think they're going to do to you? As I've stated before, stop giving the federal government your money. State, that's a different situation. Under state laws and constitutions, you have to pay taxes how you have to pay them. But man, we got to make some changes, if only temporarily, to show the government we mean business, and we're going to vote with our dollars, our hard-earned dollars, because we don't want to get this money over to Lebanon. And in this video, I think I'm going to show you this clip really quickly before we wrap up. We've given $157 million to Lebanon. This is coming from Secretary Antony Blinken. Check this part out.
Look at this. This is from just a couple of days ago. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, Joe Biden's right-hand man, says
you can't make this shit up.
The United States is at the forefront of humanitarian response to the growing crisis in Lebanon, announcing nearly $175 million in assistance today. We are committed to supporting those in need and delivering essential aid to displaced civilians, refugees, and the communities hosting them. Please let me know over in the comments. This is not Lebanon, North Carolina. This is not South Carolina. This is not the great state of Georgia. The government is saying we are out of money, and yet in the next breath, they're saying we're the greatest giver of humanitarian aid in the world, and we're giving $157 million of American taxpayer money to help people in disaster. Why are we living under an America last administration? Why are we living under an American last Kamala Harris and Joe Biden?
There you go. You guys know JumpX. If you guys need to buy some crypto, get it over at JumpX. Link is in the description below. Got 0% on spot trading right now, so you can buy Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, a whole bunch of them with no commission or spot trading fees. All right, link in the description below. And you know, every week I give away $50 worth of crypto. All you gotta do is become a member or super chat during the week on my live streams. I think you can actually super chat even on these streams that aren't live. But at any rate, look forward to doing that today. Make sure you have your Solana addresses ready. It's your boy Crypto Blood. That's my two Satoshis. I'm out of here, people. Holla!
Yo, it's Crypto Blood. Detroit flow, streaming from the D, knowing what the show indicators are on point. OG since